Hello from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Today we're looking at Genesis chapter 10 and 11, and I'm going to give you three things from those chapters. First, the descendants' names we're going to go through. A lot of them become tribes, nations, and cities. So that's one reason why these important names are included, although it doesn't make for the most exciting reading. Number two, the Tower of Babel, super famous story. Sometimes it's kind of confusing, feels like God is mean because he's confused the languages. But you remember his command was to go, be fruitful, multiply, and subdue the whole earth. And we're going to find that in the Tower of Babel, they stayed in one place, ignoring God's command. And they're trying to make a name for themselves by building this great tower. So God's word is accomplished through the confusing of languages. When we don't pay attention to what God says, we have to pay the consequences, and what a consequence that is. And finally, we're going to meet a very important guy. This is point number 3, named Abram. And he's going to begin a story for us, or continue the story, I guess you could say, of how the nation of Israel becomes important. So those are three things. We're going to read 2 chapters today because it's a lot of names. Verse 1, chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his own tongue, in their families and in their nations. And the sons of Ham were Cush and Mizraim, which actually becomes Egypt, and Phut and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba and Havilah, and Sabta and Rama, and Sabtika, and Sabta and Rama, and Sabtcha. And the sons of Rama, Sheba and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, and in the land of Shinar, which is an important one. Out of that land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and the city of Rehoboth, and Calah, and Rezin, and Nineveh, and Calah, the same is a great city. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehebim, and Nephotim, and Partha, and Casulim, out of who came the Philistine, and Caphtorim. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterwards were the family of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites were from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar unto Gaza, and thou goest unto Sodom, and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These are the sons of Ham and their families, after their tongues, and after their countries, and in their nations. Unto Shem also the father of the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder, even to him were children born. The children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. And the children of Aram were Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Arphaxad begat Salah, and Salah begat Eber. And Eber was born 2 sons. The one of name was Peleg, for in those days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almodad, and Shelophith, and Hasmareph, and Jerah, and Hadarim, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab, and all these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling was from Mesha, as those go forth to Sephir, a mountain to the east. These are the sons of Shem and their families, after their tongues, and the lands after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah by their generations and in their nations, and by these were the nations divided on the earth after the flood. And the whole earth was of one language and one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, they found the plain in the land of Shinar. And they dwelt there. And they said to one another, Go, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build a city, and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad on the face of the earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower and the children of men builded. The Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad, and thence upon the face of the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore its name is called Babel, because the Lord did confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad on the face of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old, begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 35 years, and begat Salah. And Arphaxad lived, and he begat Salah 403 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years, and begat Eber. And Salah lived after he begat Eber 403 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years, and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years, and begat Reu. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years, and begat sons and daughters. Reu lived 32 years, and begat Serug. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years, and begat sons and daughters. Notice the age going down. And Serug lived 30 years, and begat Nahor. And Serug lived after he begat Nahor 200 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years, and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begat Terah 119 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years, and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now, these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives, and name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, and the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go to the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. That's going to pick up our exciting story surrounding Abram and the call God has on his life. We'll catch you next time.